What's good, everyone? This is RawTruth Media, giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. Peace and blessings. Make sure to like and share this video. All praise to the Most High. So it's been reported by Shams Charania that Darvin Ham has done so well in this first interview that he's going to be doing his second interview, I think today or tomorrow. And I told you all, Darvin Ham is one of those rising stars in coaching. And if the Hornets do not sign him as a head coach, the Lakers will. I'm telling you right now, he's the real deal. But we keep going with the flash in the pan hires. I'm hearing a report, and Shams reported this as was, Terry Stotts is supposed to be interviewing with the Hornets. And he was the coach with the Blazers. The Blazers at that time, still till today, of course, they have no defense. He could coach offense, but not defense. See, that's the problem with the Hornets. The Hornets was getting their tails whooped on defense so much, it became a problem. I don't have to reiterate, you guys have seen all of the points that were given up by this Hornets team. It seemed like they were giving up 100 plus points every single night. And when they hold a team under 100, let's say 90 plus points, we would say that's the best defensive performance they have ever had the whole season. But we've seen it all, 120 points given up, 130 points given up. We'd even seen a game where the Hornets gave up 140 plus points. Even in today's basketball, that's embarrassing. That has to get rectified. Not too many people are talking about it because a lot of folks want that flash in the pan. They think that by hiring Mike D'Antoni, it's going to fix all their problems. It may get them to a playoff game, if that. But it won't lead them to anything else. That's just my opinion. But Lamelo will get the stats. He'll get the ultimate freedom. But here's what you would have with Darvin Ham. Darvin Ham will give him the leadership and the touches, but also have this roster reconstructed into a way where it's more athleticism, more height. Let me repeat myself, more height, because the Charlotte Hornets were looking like Oompa Loompas on the court, one of the most undersized teams in the NBA. All that needs to be fixed. I want to see a two guard that's 6'5" and above that could lock guards down. I want to see small forwards who can hold their own and not worried about just scoring. That's the problem with the Hornets. Everybody want to be the guy, but they don't realize that there's one lead dog, and that's Lamelo Ball. Now, I'm not saying this because I'm a Lamelo fan, but he's the only all-star on the team. Now, Gordon Hayward made an all-star team one time out of his long career within this decade with Utah, but he hasn't shown much. And that's why they call him Mr. Glass. He's beat up all the time. He's not reliable. I hope this new coach has a lot of guts to tell management, hey, I'm sure Gordon Hayward and Terry Rozier are good guys, but we need some dogs on this team. We need some Rough Riders. That's what a real coach would do. A real coach would tell management, I need players who are not going to get in LaMelo's way because we're trying to build this thing around him. That's what a real coach would do. Nobody cared about defense. And everybody want to nitpick LaMelo and how he getting fouls and stuff. But if you watch film, how many times have you seen leak outs on defense when no one's guarding their man and LaMelo has to be the one to grab someone to foul them so they don't have a breakaway dunk or breakaway layup all the time? Terry Rozier has done that throughout the whole season. And don't give me, oh, he's a closer, he's this. He's a microwave player, quote unquote, meaning he's best suited as a six man. so he could do what he wants, which is just scoring. That's what he did at Boston. When he played for the Boston Celtics, the Celtics knew he couldn't be a starter or the Celtics wouldn't win enough. They knew this. See, when you start Marcus Smart, you know he cares about defense. Not that he's a bad scorer, but he's not a high-end scorer. But that's fine with the Celtics. That fits perfectly with them. And look at the Celtics now, years later. Everyone knows their role. Not even Jaylen Brown gets in Jason Tatum's way. They understand if one gets hot, then they'll do their job to assist. That's culture. That's a vision. But I hope the Hornets do the right thing and make a smart decision. I don't want them getting Terry Stotts, who hasn't accomplished anything. Now, if they, meaning the Hornets, settle with Mike D'Antoni, is it the worst move? No, it's better than James Borrego. Anything's better than James Borrego. So even though I'll kind of be disappointed, the good thing is Lamelo will definitely get the keys. From day one, he's getting the keys. And no one's going to be in his way. The only bad thing is Mike D'Antoni. And the nickname for him is Mike Antoni because there's no D. There's no defense. Strictly offense. I got a lot of family members from Houston. They can't stand Mike D'Antoni. And before Shines come in and say, well, he took y'all to the Western Conference Finals in 2018. That's just one of the years that it just, everything came together. But that was a talented Houston team. Don't judge that team with this year. This year is a rebuilding roster. The talent's not even the same. I talked to a lot of family members, and they don't miss Mike D'Antoni. They know this year's Rockets team is a rebuild, but they like the future. They like the chance that they're going to draft a high draft pick and build around Jalen Green. They want to build this thing the right way. Because it was fun for a little bit that the Rockets were scoring all those points under Mike D'Antoni's offense. But when the playoffs came, how many times did you see the Rockets shrivel up? A lot. Or James Harden not getting used to not getting those calls that he'd get in the regular season. We saw it a bunch. But Michael Jordan and company, this is the most important move of the offseason. Second will be the roster. Without a strong roster, you're not going nowhere. And ownership, they need to stop acting like the flea market. They need to spend some money. Spend it wisely. See, I get the Hornets ordeal. They want to spend on their favorites. Yeah, they'll overspend for Gordon Hayward because MJ was fond of him. Just like he was with Terry Rozier. But how about you spend for real deal impact players who are humble, who are not iso ball centric, who wants to play the right way? Can you acquire those type of players? Hornets, I'm asking you. We'll see what happens. Darvin Ham or Mike D'Antoni, and I could say, or someone else. This decision is going to make or break what's behold in the future, whether Lamelo stays or goes. Be wise, Hornets, be wise. That's all I got to say. This is RawTruth Media giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. Peace and blessings, peace and love to everyone. I want to thank everybody for supporting RawTruth Media. And the Shines thought that RawTruth Media would stop growing, but we're almost to 7,000 subs. This is all possible because you believe in realness. You have your own mind, you're not a follower. I tell people all the time, The content is for you to have your own mind and your own opinion, and so we can have basketball talk. I appreciate that. This is RawTruth Media. DJ, I'm out.